All right, welcome. Another episode of Puck Talk with Fern and Mac. I am Fern and she is Mac. What's up?
What's up? Feel like I just saw you.
Yeah, we did. But this is the best part of the day. So
Yes.
hopefully it is for our fans. Speaking of fans,
Yeah.
um, the usual.
Like, subscribe, share, or
She's
subscribe,
got it.
share.
Listen to Mac. Like,
What
subscribe,
else?
share, all that.
Like,
Comment.
subscribe, share. Is
She's
that
getting
it?
it. She's getting it. But yeah,
I-
we're in the best time of the year. It is
Yes,
playoff
we
hockey.
are.
And I'm gonna be honest, this might be a bad take, but until last night. Okay. Which means we
Hmm.
had Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday were pretty boring as far as like the games went. And I'm just being completely honest. The best game out of the Saturday Sunday was the Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah. Jets Avs where they scored. It was 7-6.
That was a lot of scoring. Yeah.
A lot of scoring, but as far as like obviously I'm not saying there was bad hockey being played, but wasn't really exciting. Every home team won over the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, even in the NBA, and they started the
Oh,
playoffs as well. Every home team won
that's
uh,
crazy.
Saturday and Sunday. And somebody that I listen to who's been doing this stuff a long time always likes to say that the playoffs don't really start until the road team wins. A road team wins. And that happened last night. We got two road wins. Uh
Vegas and who?
Toronto.
Oh, the Maple Leafs. Yeah,
Toronto.
that was
But
a good
yeah, we'll get all into it. Real quick, some other news outside of the playoffs. They announced the Winter Classic. Not too excited about it.
game. No, not at
It's
all.
at Wrigley Field. It is the
That's
Blues
the
against the
best
Blackhawks.
part.
What, being at Wrigley?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I need to go to Wrigley, but not for that.
So it's the Blues and the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Blues Blackhawks at Wrigley.
Underwhelming.
Yeah. So that was
Wow.
announced last week officially, and then this would be a rematch. They played in the Winter Classic in 2017
Oh.
already. It was in St. Louis. It was at Busch Stadium where the Cardinals play. So
Mm.
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that was
Exciting.
that. And then we had a coaching move. Buffalo had fired their coach. I forget his name right now, but they hired their old coach, Lindy Ruff, who just got fired by the Devils a couple months ago.
Hmm.
And he returns to Buffalo and he's saying it's time to turn it around. Time to turn around the Sabres. What Lindy Ruff is saying.
I mean, he kind of has a team that's, I mean, should be set, to be honest with you.
Very
But
young team. They could use maybe like a piece or two, maybe a couple of veterans, even though they traded a few of them, like Okposo, their captain. They traded him. They sent him to Florida because the Sabres weren't going to make the playoffs, so they sent him to Florida so that he could get a chance at winning
right.
winning a title, which they do have a good chance of doing that. But um, the last time Buffalo went to the playoffs was with him. He was actually there from 1997 until 2013.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and then he went away basically almost 10 years, maybe 11 actually. He went away, went to Dallas first, then went to New Jersey.
Hmm.
And I mean, didn't do much with those guys either. So,
Well, yeah. Well,
um, yeah.
guess we'll see. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on the Sabres because I had them doing well this year, and look how that turned out.
But I think you're not going to be too far off. They are, I don't know if he's the answer, but
I
they
would
do.
doubt it.
They have a roster that I like. I like Tage. I like
Tuck.
yeah, I like Alex. I like the two defensemen, Owen Power, Darlene. Like they're really good. They got Byram from Colorado at the deadline because they gave away what's his name? Casey. Was it
Hmm.
Whistlestad? Did I get that right? Whistlestad?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so.
There you go. Getting better.
But what do I know? Because I've been saying Samsonov, and it's apparently Samsonov. So
See, this is what I was the argument I was trying
the
to make.
emphasis I've been putting in the wrong spots.
This is the argument I've been trying to make. And I don't you shouldn't feel bad.
No, I feel like if I talked to him, he'd be like, "It's Samsonov." I'm just saying. and I'm
Yeah, but
right.
I've heard it both ways, depending on what like feed
Well,
I'm
I think
on.
he should say what it is.
I think they do talk to them and they ask them, so I don't know. Like
Well, let's
it's too
find out.
weird. But yeah, we'll get to it. Okay. So mm, like I said, everything started Saturday. Only 2 games Saturday though. I didn't get that. Um, but the Canes and the Islanders was the first game. Canes took game one very convincingly. Um, 3-1. Nothing to brag about there. Uh,
Last night's game was though,
exactly. They went on to game two last night.
and it was 3. They were down 3
Yes,
nothing.
you were right. I saw that
I
after
mean, I'm just saying.
I saw that after we talked about it. But yes,
Mhm.
Islanders were up 3-0 at one point in this game. This was last night, game two in Carolina, and Carolina comes back uh down three. They come back, and the way that they tied it was within like seconds. So this is
Yeah,
how
I know. I watched it. It was crazy.
yeah, it was okay, so they tie it 3-3, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Deep actually deep into the third. There was about 3 minutes left or two and a half. Or yeah, something like that. And Sebastian ties it up. Aho.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
And then basically 9 seconds later, um Martinuk ge- gets them ahead, and then the empty netter by Gensel 5-3.
Yep.
What a sequence. We were
Talk about coming back. Crazy.
me and the guys were texting about it, and we were predicting that the comeback was going to happen for Boston, because Boston played game two last night. The
That was a good game. I
the
watched all of that.
Bruins the Bruins I mean the Leafs were up. No, was it? No, they were tied 2-2.
No, I don't think they were ever up until Austin
Yeah.
Matthews scored.
Yeah, they were tied 2-2, and
Mhm.
then the prediction was this is where Boston wins like late in the game and breaks Toronto's heart. That was our prediction.
Well, they did not.
They did
They
not.
had some chances though, because
Yes.
then they got a penalty. Maple Leafs got a dumb penalty towards the end, and I thought for sure they were going to score on the power play. But
They got like 3 dumb penalties that game. I don't
yeah,
know what's going on with them. It, the guy you hate needs to get it together. I forget his name
who
behind the
do I
coach.
hate?
Their coach. You dislike him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't. It's not that I hate, but I don't. I'm not a fan.
So he needs to get
Not a
it
fan.
together because they took a bunch of dumb penalties all game. And like in the first period,
I feel like
McAbee
he's clueless. I can't
was
believe
it
he's still there, but
McCabe?
McAvoy.
No,
Oh,
no, McCabe from
oh,
the
we're talking about Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs. He took a dumb like late cross
Oh, I
check.
know. In the neck. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, and I thought for sure they would score on that, and I was thinking
They
that'd be on
did.
him because that was just dumb.
Well, they
Yeah,
did,
because
but
it was after the whistle and everything. It was
yeah,
stupid.
they did score, but then Toronto answered.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you know, and they just to bring this up, they tied it 1-1 because that was game two yesterday.
Hmm.
The one they won. They lost game one 5-1. But they're doing this right now so far. 2 games in Toronto in Boston. So road team
Yeah,
got to win. It is 1-1 there. And they're doing this without Nylander, who got hurt,
yeah. I
I guess, in the
know.
last game, and they don't know. They're because hockey they don't say. They're like, oh, lower body.
Day to day or whatever.
Day to
Yeah.
day. Yep. So
Yeah, I after Saturday's game, I was like, this is gonna go like 4 games and they're gonna be done. Like how embarrassing.
well,
And Jim's got them going, winning 2 rounds. I said, then now that was just dumb.
the Leafs.
Yes. I said, well, he said,
Uh,
well, eventually they got to do something. I said, okay.
yeah. Well,
But I
that's
have the Avs winning the whole thing. I can't even believe that. I thought I had the Rangers winning the whole thing. I had the Avs playing the Rangers and then the Avs winning.
I like that. That's a very
I don't know.
very off, not off because they're a good team, but it's hard to play in Winnipeg. We can talk about
Oh
that.
my gosh, with the whiteout and everything, it's
The
so
whiteout, they're
crazy.
loud. Like
They are loud. I remember when Vegas played them a couple years ago. I thought that would be like so. I mean, I guess it would be like playing in Vegas how they get, but the whiteout's so cool.
no, I think in hockey at least, I think the two places that get loud when like the fans are really into it, like aside from Vegas, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
animal. But like the two places that get loud are Winnipeg and the Garden can get
Oh
really
yeah, I was just gonna
loud.
say Rangers, yeah, for sure.
Um, they're doing it for the basketball game. I was watching last night
Oh really?
the Knicks game, and they were loud. You could barely hear the refs' whistles and stuff like that. But I mean, New York.
In it
Speaking,
to win it.
we had some game ones on Sunday. That game was very exciting. That was 7-6 the Jets.
That was a good game.
They play tonight right after we record, but you're gonna hear this podcast tomorrow. So they're
Yeah.
playing tonight as we're recording. That is game two over there. That's one that I'm going to be watching because they scored a lot of goals, and this was probably the most exciting game of the weekend. Um, actually, I like Panthers Lightning. That was a really good game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Panthers won 3-2. They play tonight as well. It is the 7:30 game. I'm putting up the times. Rangers Capitals. I think that's going to be a sweep. Honestly,
Oh yeah,
uh,
for sure.
like I said, I don't think the Rangers are going to win it. I don't think that they're going to get upset by the Caps. They'll probably lose the next round, uh, probably. But they're up 1-0 on the Caps. They play tonight. Um, Panthers are up 1-0. They said they won. The Jets are up 1-0, and then game one Canucks Predators. The Canucks were up 2-1. Oh well, no, the Preds were up 2-1 at one point going into the third period. Watching too many sports quarters periods. I can't get it right. They're up 2-1 going into the third period, and then the Canucks just ripped their hearts out.
Hmm. Yep.
And I think the Canucks should win that. But I know you like Nash.
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay, so
No,
you want to
I
see
don't even know why they're in it.
because they won enough games.
Barely. Yeah. No. No, I do
Well,
not.
well,
Ryan
according to the
O'Reilly is
standings,
about.
they got more points than your team. Uh,
Ah, right. Easy.
I'm kidding because
Mm.
last night they had their game won, and like you said, they were 3-0 so far. They're 4-0 so far against the Stars this year. No
That game could have
difference.
gone either way, though. They scored, but
Yeah,
then it got called back because they were offsides.
yeah, you can't. You gotta be on side.
I
And
mean, do
the,
something.
the Knights take game one on the road, 4-3. They got outscoring. They got outscoring. Mark Stone in his return,
Uh,
which caused a lot of boos from the
yeah.
Dallas crowd, which was hilarious. Mark Stone was interviewed in between
Yeah,
periods.
and they were like, I guess he was like, I guess they don't like me.
Yeah, he's trying to play it off. You know what they're booing you about. Stoner.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
Petrie, same deal.
yeah, but the biggest one is Stone. Because he was out.
Well, he should have expected that. So
That one's gonna be
guarantee next year they're gonna, or in the next couple of years, they're gonna be there's gonna be some kind of cap. So
yes. I told you earlier. It's the first time I've heard my friends complain about it. Um,
okay,
like
but don't act like Vegas is the first one. I'm just
no,
saying the
no, no, they're
lightning
not.
and
They're not because we were also talking about how how
right,
we talked here about the Lightning were complaining about it, and they said, well, they're not listening to us, so let's just do it. So that's what the Lightning did to win their back to back. Is they were complaining to the league for a couple years, and then
right.
the league wasn't responding to it, so they decided to, well, can't beat them, join them. So they joined
Hmm.
it. It worked for them. I just think until there's change, if you have a GM who knows how to work around it,
Right.
then
Well, they do
po-
know the odds out there. So
power to you. It's
mhm.
it's not technically not in the rules until somebody writes a rule that you can't, or a rule that says there will be a salary cap in the playoffs. Then
Right.
what
Go
can you
for
do?
it.
I think what they're gonna do, honestly, is, and I think I said this last week, they might get stricter on like to telling the league exactly what's going on, like medically. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah.
Not necessarily like the public, but like, all right, the league might get involved, like verifying
Well,
that
how do you know they don't have to do that already?
that's true. So I don't. So, and we
Because I
should.
mean, I feel like you can't make something like a spleen or an appendectomy or something up without some kind of proof. Like that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that,
Especially 2 years in a row. Come on,
yeah.
but whatever.
All right. And the last game one that was left from last night was Oilers Kings, which there was a lot of goals.
Yeah.
But you know who was in on almost every goal?
Please tell me. I'm sure it was my favorite.
your favorite, had
I'm
5
so
assists.
glad.
He had 5 assists. Didn't even have to
Oh,
score. He said,
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna I'm gonna set up my teammates."
He walks on water, I have to say.
I mean,
Skates on it,
technically
frozen,
it's frozen water,
right?
but
And he skates instead of
yeah,
walks, but
these gates. He had 5 assists. Zach Hyman had a hat trick. Uh, Draisaitl got a goal in. It's the Oilers are fun to watch. They really are. They just score. That's all.
mhm.
And
Let's go Kings.
I mean, I think they try to bring back. Well, I haven't really paid attention too much to the Kings, but I just noticed they brought this whole year they were using the old logo for the away jerseys,
Mhm.
the little almost like cross. It's like Kings, but even the ghost of Gretzky's past can help him.
Wow.
Gretzky's both of Gretzky's old
Different
teams
time.
are playing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
only if one of these teams will make it to the final and play the Rangers, the
I would
trifecta.
doubt that would be, but I doubt it.
They won't. No Canadian team is making it. Maybe the Kings,
Mhm.
but they're not Canadian.
No.
But yeah, I mean, tonight's gonna be fun. Uh,
Yeah, 4 games, right?
we got 4 games. We have first, we have Rangers Capitals, then Panthers, uh, Lightning right after, then
Mhm.
Avalanche Jets, and then the nightcap is the Canucks and the Preds. I'm gonna go on a rant real quick. I don't think I've had this rant with you,
Oh,
but
please.
I'll have it with you. So I'm a little tired of as a sports fan. I'm a little tired about this one thing. Okay, when I look online, whenever I
Mhm.
look to see what time the game is, okay.
Oh my gosh, we've had this conversation. You get mad because they don't start on time.
Yes, if it's a 7 o'clock, start at 7 o'clock. I don't need 7:15. This is how honestly this is how the
Because you're so busy or
no, but this is also that's another story. We'll get to
okay.
that next. This is how the Vegas Dallas game
Because
instead of
they have their big production that they have to do.
yeah, but this is how the Vegas Dallas game starts 20 minutes later than it should, than it was supposed to. And some of us got
No,
work.
that game started late because the game before it kind of ran on.
Yeah, because if you started
Okay.
at 7, it might have not ran on.
Well, that call the refs. I'm sure they have something to do
Nah, I
with
gotta
it.
call the league. I don't
I
know.
don't think any my kids' games don't even start on time. So
Well, that's an American
you're
thing. I don't
expecting
like it.
way too much.
It's an American thing, and I don't like it.
Okay, well, there's Canadian teams in it, and I'm
The
pretty
other
sure
thing is, the other thing is, I might need to move to the West Coast because
no, Lord.
I don't know how long I can't. I barely making it to the 10 o'clock game, and this is the playoffs. I want to make it to the 10 o'clock game.
I mean,
It's
set
like
your alarm just like I do
what the
and
wait.
get up for the Vegas games. That's what I did last night. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I was
I
up
mean,
for
I was watching the one game before, but I knew I was gonna doze off, so I said it.
I was up. I was up. That's not the problem. The problem is staying up. That's really it. That's really the issue.
I
That's
mean, get a big surprise in the morning and check to see who won.
yeah. I mean, that's usually what happens. That's
Mhm.
that's how I ended up figuring out that the Oilers got 7 because when I went to bed, they had only had 2. I think at the time.
Oh, well. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
turn any
2
of
because it
that
was the
game
end of
on.
the
I was
first.
watching Vegas.
I watched the first period and then like I was like, all right, cool. Like that's all I need to watch. I'm out. Like peace. But yeah, I've never thought I would say that out of my mouth, and it did.
Okay, well, I've heard it more than once, so
Yeah, because I vent to you, and it's a thing.
but I mean, I feel like you're gonna need to get past it.
I
It's just
guess
not gonna happen.
I shouldn't be complaining. You're the one with a full life, kids, all that, and you probably got to get up at all times of the day
I
because you got
mean,
to take them to practice, all that, games, travel, and I'm over
I
here
make
just
it work. I'm like a super mom.
you
Psych.
are you mothers have superpowers. I think when you become a mom, the superpowers just appear. That's how you get your powers.
That and a
Yeah.
lot of sleep.
Yeah, look, I complain. I don't have an issue with not sleeping, but then like I can get through it. Just might not be a fun day.
Uh-huh.
But
Big time.
yeah, I mean, I can try to power through it. I don't really drink coffee, as you know, so like
Ugh, me
if I
either.
if I have coffee, something's wrong. So
Mhm.
that'll get me through most of it. Be struggling by the end. So, but yeah, I'm excited
Well,
for
yeah.
7 o'clock, which is coming up in a few minutes, and
Yes, it is.
right from the podcast to the hockey, we should do the idea. We should watch a game for an episode. Uh, I don't know if going out
Well,
to
but it won't start on time, so you'll be all for and all.
listen. We're recording. We can
I'm
start
just
on
saying.
whenever, but I don't know if going to a place might be the best thing because the loudness and
Yeah,
everything,
right. Right.
and we want to be able to hear ourselves react and have something. But we're working on that, guys.
Yes.
Maybe it'll be a live thing, but I know Mac doesn't want to go live.
Oh, I don't care. I
Okay,
mean,
all right then. We can have our
this is as good as it gets.
reaction live stream. When's the next time Vegas plays? Hold on.
Late.
Late. It's nine
Whenever it
thirty.
is, it's 9:30.
All right. So when is it?
I think tomorrow night at 9:30.
I'm gonna look to see if there's any early games like on the weekend.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it's 9:30 again.
And then it's out in Vegas after that.
Friday. No, not Friday night. Saturday. Ah, really? Saturday's games at 10:30? You couldn't make it early?
Mhm.
Come on, guys. Be mindful.
I know. Like, duh.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Uh no need to. We'll talk about it behind the scenes
Yes.
and see how we figure this out for you guys. So you kind of want to watch a Vegas game because I want to see Mac react to. I've never watched a Vegas game alongside her.
It,
Should be funny.
it's feisty. It's feisty.
Yeah, I bet. Probably cursing out. Now, who don't you like? Because you like
No,
most of
sir.
the people on your team.
I
Oh,
do.
Jack. You probably like
Yeah. Not that yeah,
critiquing Jack for everything he's doing,
I mean, show up. I don't know what to tell you.
and then even though you're not the biggest stoner fan, but
I mean, he's all right. I don't see all,
I don't.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
well, first of all,
It's not that I don't like him. I don't like everybody's like, oh, he's back in the playoffs. Like, it's gonna make such a world of a difference. Like, he tipped that. That wasn't even his shot last night. He tipped it probably by accident and went in. It was
well,
really Hurdle's goal, I think.
they need that.
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
They,
all right,
they need
be.
as much talent as they can have on the ice, and he's talented
He
enough.
was good when it was him and Pacioretty. Him and Pacioretty were really good together.
Max
They
Pack.
had like a rhythm. And now, I mean, he's all right. I don't stress when he's out of the lineup. I don't think it's like that big of a. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do I know?
sleeping. Just saying
I mean,
something.
as long as Jack's in there, we're all right.
Yes, Ike,
All
Jackie. Yeah, I
right.
mean
Okay.
he's really good. I think
Mm-hmm.
did he? What did he do yesterday? Hold on.
Oh, all right. I'm sure he. I don't even know if he did anything. Did he?
Mm,
Signed
assist on
autographs. I don't know.
the stoner goal.
Oh,
Um,
whatever.
an assist on the
All right.
McNabb goal.
Okay.
Also,
Ugh,
big props to Noah Hannafin at 2 assists as well.
I know.
The big money guy.
And Hurdle,
He did
I
score.
thought he did score, right? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So
He's
to answer your question, this is a throwback to something we talked about before. I don't know if you noticed, but well, I know you noticed because you watched the game. But finally, after all the trades, we got the first official healthy line combinations last night.
oh, yeah.
We have so Wah got moved down to the fourth line with
Hmm.
uh
He
Colasar
took a
and
dumb penalty
Carrier.
last night.
Yeah, he did. Carlson bumped down to the third line.
Carlson.
Carl.
They said Carson.
Carl. Like Rick Grimes, if you know what I mean. Uh
Hmm.
Carlson, Mantha, and Howden. And then your boy Stevenson, Hurdle, and Stoner with a line.
Love some What about Martinez?
Martinez is on the injured list. They didn't need him back. They didn't rush him back.
Okay, well that's rude. And Stevenson, they were like saying how his was undisclosed. Yeah, his wife had a kid. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think we even know
Relax.
about what happened there. I think we all can
Right.
guess what happened in the room.
So yeah, Martinez.
Martinez is out for now. I don't know
I
if
thought he was, but I didn't know what they said why or whatever.
there's no timetable that I see, but he's not even. They don't even have him the place I looked. They don't even have him listed. At.
Nice.
I watched the whole game, but who was in goal? Was it Logan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was glad. I was going to text you that when we were talking because
Yeah.
I was glad. I feel like I have more. I like
Well,
them both, but I feel like I have
after
more
the
faith in
injury,
Thompson.
Aiden's been off. He hasn't gotten his rhythm back after the injury. So
Yeah, and Thompson. Last year, he hardly. I mean, playing wise, he had a lot less playing time than Hill. I didn't realize because I think he was hurt in the playoffs last year or something. I can't remember, but yeah, I was glad they went with Thompson.
yeah,
He
I
seems
mean
more comfortable. I don't know.
when they're both 100%, you got two really good goalies. But
Yeah,
Aiden hasn't found his rhythm back since the injury, so
he'll be all right.
he will. He will. They just need some time. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gonna get any chances in the playoffs
Oh, I think he will.
unless Thompson gets blown out one game, and then they're gonna be like, here you go,
I think they'll probably change it up, kind of do like Boston does.
every other game.
Mm-hmm.
So the
I could
I
be
should know.
wrong.
I wasn't paying attention to goalies, but I did notice
Last night
that.
was Allmark.
Yeah,
The
Allmark was
night
there.
Swayman was before,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well.
and they both did well. But Allmark was making me a little nervous last night.
Oh yeah, he had a couple. There was something he did when I was I
Yeah,
forget what period, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
Yeah. Nah, he came
but
up
they're
big.
both good.
Yeah. But guys, I don't have anything else. But keep watching this playoff hockey. It's
And our podcast,
yeah, that too. So get informed. Like nowhere else. You're gonna get informed like nowhere else.
yes,
AKA, we're gonna talk about the things they're not talking about
exactly, because we
everywhere.
know.
Well, we have
I mean,
we have opinions.
and if we don't, we make it up.
Well, reckless speculation, basically. But yeah, that's all I
Yep.
got today.
All right, go Knights, go.
There it is.